systems part 2, I guess, 3, 4, whatever. So we've got fuel, we think, sorted out, supply and return. We can see the sea basket to get seawater in. The other thing we got to do is exhaust and seawater out. So Mike bought a new water lift muffler, 2-inch in, 2-inch out. Had to build a platform. This is going to sit, so the motor runs this way, sail drive back here. It'll come off the exhaust elbow and drop right into here. And so this base will sit right up on the edge of by the sail drive and outboard of that. It's got a hole in the middle for a drain. He glassed in the bolts right here because you won't be able to get at the bottom of it once it's permanently installed. So if you did ever have to take the muffler out for some particular reason, don't know. And then out of the top will come one of the reasons for this upgrade was it used to be 1.75 inches coming out the back, and now we needed to stick with 2. So then this, Mike made this really nice little exhaust outlet, got rid of the old one. This will come up and go all the way up into the cockpit combing up high, loop down, and then it'll come right onto here, and we'll through bolt this, seal it up, and into the ocean it goes. So it's looking like we're going to have a really nice new exhaust system. We'll have to update our spreadsheet. Obviously this was, he bought just a 12-inch piece of 2-inch glass tube, so this was mostly labor, but buying a muffler, buying a new hose, stuff like that, it's going to add up, but we're super excited. It's going to be a nice install. Mike's been busy in his shop, and he was going to use a piece of aluminum here, but made this nice little composite piece, which is going to wrap around here and be a perfect platform for the fuel filter and the sea basket and stuff. So we got this right here. Look at that. That's going to be nice. We can start mounting up some equipment, and then once we get that base drilled and tapped, he'll be fiberglassing that in. So you still happy there, boss?
We're very happy. Yeah, I think this panel is going to be removable though. We won't glass it in permanently. There's too many wires.
No, you got a battery. Well, I guess the battery switch is above it. No, yeah. I think you're right. Just just make it removable.
And then I turned the back end around and headed outboard with it, so I can. There's a electric winch controller and switch back in here that needs to be protected for when we put our bicycles down into the lazarette. We don't interfere with it.
Yeah, so a little protective cover. So you'll be able to do another panel headed thwart ships back there. And
yep.
So, yeah.
And that's why the wrap around here.
I like it.
Okay.
Well, back out at Mike's shop again. Motor's coming soon. So last week we did the video about where you're putting the fuel filter and the sea basket and that sort of stuff. Looking at your exhaust parts you built. And what do you got going on here?
Well, what's going on here is a fuel filter system that comes from the fuel supply of the tank through this outlet this would be an inlet here and a valve. And the reason why the valve's here is because I need to take this foundation off probably in the future. It's covering up some wires and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen it out there on the bench. You're drilling and tapping.
Yeah,
you made a nice fiberglass part.
It's kind of like a firewall in a car or something like that this is going to hang on. And so I've come in here with a little template of that surface area on the foundation to lay out the filter, which is a Raycar 500 with a vacuum gauge on the top.
So that valve is also, this is below the middle maybe of your fuel tank. The elevation, we don't know.
It'll be above it.
It might be above it.
It'll be above it. But if and when I have to take this off, I can disconnect right here and shut the supply off. Right. So then fuel comes down.
That's your normal
flow into the filter. Engine starts and runs. Okay. So when it comes time to change the filter and induce air in here and all that other stuff, I can turn the main supply off and turn the little electric pump on and pump the whole system free of air back into the tank.
Change your filter and you're good
Change
to go.
it, yeah, we're good to go. So I don't have to bleed the motor. And I'm not familiar with the beta motor which we're putting in and how that whole thing bleeds, whether it's one port or you got to go to every injector or whatever. But this will eliminate that process and actually keep the motor clean.
Yeah, no, it should be nice. Okay. Well, you're making great progress on that. We got some other stuff maybe up on the porch we go look
We
at?
got some stuff up on the porch from Mr. Mike Quill.
All right, let's go check that out.
As you know, systems are some of my favorite things, and hanging out in Mike's shop also. There's his dinghy and the wishbone. So before we get up to the front porch to look at the mast, the other thing is the wishbone also needs some work. So as you know, we're waiting for the beta. It actually, by the time this video airs, will be in the shop. But we need to get the wishbone down because Mike had to do some painting, cleaning, changing, those kind of things. And he's been super busy taking care of all these details, which is what needs to do in a big repower like this, especially since we're also doing a bit of the rig at the same time. So we got the wishbone down. He'll be working on that. Nothing major, just basically a good inspection and a couple of changes, a little bit of paint. And he's got the new stack pack ordered. So when we start re-rigging this thing, it's not ordered. He's actually already got it and it's sitting there waiting to be installed. So that's going to be another nice upgrade along with the repower for this Nonsuch. So happy to share the story. And we got the boom down. And Mike will work on it for a week, then we'll flip it and he'll do the other side. So always lots happening here at Marine Tech. We're on spring break, so none of the Skallywags are joining us, but they've given us, they're ready to go. So we're getting emails. We have to get the crew back involved in this process.
What are you doing now, Mike? I'm trying to sling up over that main beam up over the house, so we need to move the mast.
Oh, close. I'm going to film it even if it takes 8 times.
Yeah.
Look at that. Maybe.
Oh, we got it.
Well, this went really well, just getting that mast moved down. The collar that Mike is talking about was hanging off the end of the porch by about 3 feet or more, so he couldn't work on it without being on a ladder. So once he got that strap up there and that chain fall, it was super easy to lift it up kind of right there at the balance point and slide it down. We didn't hit anything and get it to where he can work on all the parts that he needed to. It is a perfect day. No rain and beautiful.
So the reason we're out here is because it's so nice out today. And I got spring fever. I'm ready to go for a boat ride. And to be honest, I needed some wood for black pearl. And this property is abundant with wood. So,
And a sawmill.
and a sawmill.
Normally, summer's for sailing and fall is for wood projects. We're gonna fire up that mill again next fall.
The reason Mike's moving this is we'll show you the new collar that he got from up in BC, is it?
Yeah, Mike Quill.
Mike Quill. But when Mike was talking to Mike, a couple of upgrades. He wanted this collar, but the joint here on these Nonsuches, apparently that's aluminum bolt.
Yeah, it's like a cap nut. I don't know what the through rod is. It's whether it's aluminum or stainless, but my guess is that it's probably a stainless bolt with a stainless sleeve, as we see. And I think it'd be the second modification for this system right here.
In the progression of the Nonsuches?
The first ones, they were either bolted or riveted. And you can kind of see some holes here where that was happening, okay? And then they upgraded with this through bolt system, but the cap nut is aluminum. And how do I know that? I can cut into it. Okay. So third mod, the next upgrade is to go all stainless, but what they have here is a stainless nylock.
How come there's two?
Two bolts.
Oh, they go both directions.
Yeah.
Cross applesauce.
Right,
Okay.
right.
All right.
Okay. So we'll see how that works. And there's a whole process of how to install this. And,
I know how it works.
Yeah.
When you're on the outside of Vancouver Island there and the wind's howling, you'll know that hopefully this mast is going to stay put.
Yeah.
Not snap off up here.
But I'll give a little shout out for Mike Quill, who has been very helpful.
Fantastic.
And has even called me personally to make sure how things are going. So he's a great person to know if you have a Nonsuch mast that is in trouble, or whether or not it's in trouble.
Probably just a good resource. So this is your other. This is a beauty.
Yeah,
my neighbor's Nonsuch 36 has one of these.
Yeah. This was stock equipment, standard equipment, up into, I don't know where, this mast is a 219, meaning hull number 219. And what they had for the purchase to lead the halyards, the choker, the topping lift, the reef lines, is a half moon at the base of the mast that just bolted on halfway around the mast. Now, I've never...
While Mike and I were talking, I just jumped down to this end. This is what the old system was just these four that he's talking about with some bolts in here.
A half moon.
The half moon. This will come off, and then as will this block right here, and these two, which is for your reef lines.
Reef lines, right.
Do a good inspection, make sure everything's in shape, and then put that new collar goes right around here, and then all of this stuff is secure and around the mast here in one place and cleans it up nice and neat. So
And the tides track.
be a nice improvement.
I've never heard of those things failing. And
But-
a week after I bought this, there was a talk on the INA about how these are shifting and moving, but this grabs the whole mast.
Got all the attachment points
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Little block. Nice upgrade.
It's an upgrade, right. I feel safer. And on the half moon, there's only 4 attachments for the blocks that lead aft, and I have 6 lines that lead aft from here. And so I had 2 of the holes doubled up, and that was my concern, doubling up the outside pressure on that half moon. So I'm very happy with this. I'm glad when the wind starts howling.
Yeah.
You know, but the other thing too, is take a reef, reduce sail area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have the tide sail track, but we're going to wait till you get these mods done before we unroll and put it on. You've got down in the shop your Windex. So side projects, well, next week we're going to start mounting that motor to the base. That's exciting, but Mike's doing his homework and getting all these other projects and stuff ready to go so that when that new beta's sitting in there, we can go sailing. That's what I want to do.
One other little item here, as long as we're talking about this mast joint, is that these pad eyes for the hangers are a part of the sleeve that runs up here that holds this together. So it's recommended if you pull these bolts that go through apart, it's a good idea to check these too.
Well, since it's sitting here in your porch,
Yeah,
probably not a bad idea.
yeah. Check for corrosion underneath that plate.
Yep.
It looks like there's a lot of nice ooze out on whatever they put there.
Whatever that bedding compound was.
Yeah, I'll take them off. We'll figure that out. 5,200 or 4,200.
Okay, well, stay tuned next week. We'll have an unboxing party, hopefully, for that new beta, and we'll keep the progress videos coming. So, thanks for watching.
See you later.
Welcome to the Skallywags, located in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, where Skagit Valley College has been training technicians since 1968. If you are looking for industry certification and the skills to work in maritime, this is the place to visit. Our staff will share so much knowledge and experience, you will not be disappointed. The workforce demand is very high, and all of our graduates are working around the world. If this sounds interesting to you, schedule a tour and come check us out.